Now, votes are being counted in Myanmar's general election in what could symbolise a major commitment in the country's shift towards democracy. Around 30 million people were eligible to vote. Many hope this election will further ease the military's grip on power. As our Ivan Watson reports, people flocked to the polls in Yangon.
The gates here are closed and voting has officially ended at this polling station after what some have described as perhaps the most democratic election that Myanmar has seen in 25 years. Now, we're in a Buddhist monastery, so everybody here, the voters who showed up, the election workers, and yes, even the reporters are barefoot according to Buddhist tradition. We did see remarkable scenes before dawn this morning of people who lined up for more than an hour at polling stations. They were so enthusiastic about casting their ballots. At one polling station, we saw remarkable scenes of people waiting up to 5 hours in line to vote, and they say that it was worth it.
The one of the votes can change everything. So that's why we are together to participate and voting here.
Do you trust this election?
Yeah, have to. We have to trust. We have no choice.
Before voting even began, there was some pretty serious criticism of this election. For example, the Army reserves the right to appoint 25% of the seats in the upcoming parliament. Hundreds of thousands of people in Myanmar have been disenfranchised. Rohingya Muslims in the west of the country who were denied citizenship, and then people living in conflict zones where the elections were canceled by the Election Commission. And also, perhaps the most popular politician in the country, Aung San Suu Kyi, the leader of the largest opposition party, she can't even run for the post of president because of a clause in the Constitution that bars anybody who has children holding foreign passports. She has 2 British children. That said, again, this is the first time that the main opposition has run an election since 1990, and the president of the country, a retired general, has vowed that the results of the election will be respected.
And our Ivan Watson joins us now from Yangon. Ivan, great to have you with us. Now, opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi is, of course, known adoringly by millions of the people there as Mother Suu. But throughout the campaign, some radical Buddhist nationals and firebrand monks have sought to bring her down.
Well, there has been some criticism coming from some of these ultra-nationalist monks known as Mabata, the Committee to Protect Race and Religion. I interviewed one of their leaders who didn't have very nice things to say about the main opposition party of Aung San Suu Kyi, and he's been quoted saying some derogatory things about their movement in the past. They're far better known in this country for their anti-Muslim campaign, an Islamophobic campaign that has demonized and sought to boycott any businesses owned by Muslims in this country, Muslims who are citizens who have the right to vote. Aung San Suu Kyi herself has come under some criticism for not speaking up in defense of either the Muslim population here, Muslim voters, nor for the Rohingya Muslims who are essentially stateless. Many political analysts in this country argue that if she had, it would really have been politically suicidal. Just a sense to share with you of how skewed some political perceptions are here and how little sympathy there is in broad swaths of society here for the Muslim minority in this country.
Well, Lynda? We will be watching the outcome of this election very closely. Ivan Watson, thank you very much for bringing us up today.